Hello and welcome to another edition of Stevie Solves, Monday, New York Times. This is my first video of 2021 so far, and I'm excited because it's been something that I've been putting off. Well, it's June 21st, and I haven't posted a video since December 31st. And it's been way too long, a long time coming, and I'm excited to get back into it and get in the groove and start creating for you to be able to not only just see what I'm up to, but also to learn more about crossword puzzles. So in this video, I'm gonna work my way through a Monday New York Times puzzle. Now, New York Times are notoriously difficult, but the Mondays are the easiest out of those. And so what I'm going to do is talk out my thought process so that you can follow along as though you're solving it. And when I get stuck, you'll be able to see that you'll be able to be stuck with me, or maybe you can see the answer before me. And at the end of this video, I will leave you with at least one tip that you can use in future crossword solving. Today's puzzle is by Jacob Stulberg. Not sure if I've heard of him before, but I am eager to see what kind of puzzle he's into. So it's just called the crossword. There is no special title for it, which is fine. See here, we've added auto check, a new feature that helps you improve your game. Well, I hope that it's not turned on. All right, here we go. Make sense. Make sense. And one thing I like about doing it online versus doing it on my phone is I can see the across clue and the down clue. So the clue that is highlighted in the puzzle will be highlighted over here, and then the square of the cross clue will be slightly highlighted, so you can see how that works. Let's see. Make sense. Add up. I have a feeling it's add up, and then the saunter one will be amble. But let's see. Does this D make sense? Bobby Blank from the 50s and 60s singer? I don't think I know that one. Is it Duran? That's just a guess. Bottom of the barrel. Worst? No, something with a D. Drag? Drudge? I think this is add up, so this would be a U. Salt Lake City, Utah. And I am just going to go ahead and assume that that's add up. I would like to change the settings real fast. After changing direction, okay. Toggle between across and down for space, that's good. At the start of a word, backspace into the previous word. I see the value. I kind of like that. Skip over filled squares, yes. At the end of the word, jump to the next clue. I want it to jump back and then also jump to the next clue if that word is done. Show timer, suppress disqualification warnings, show puzzle milestones. No, those are all okay. Okay, enough settings. So 14, Atlanta train system. I don't know that. I think, oh, Metro, but that's a M. Let's see. And this would be B. Moolah. Moolah is like another way of saying money, like cash, money, dinero. I don't know that one. Low-ranking Star Trek officer. Don't know that one either. Okay. Bottom of the barrel. Drag. Don't know. Stir-fried noodle dish. That would be pad thai. Probably. Let's see here. Sombrero is a type of hat. So I speak Spanish, but I just learned in the past 2 years that sombra is the word for shade, like a tree provides shade, sombra. So sombrero literally means like shade giver or shader. So there you go. Jersey is a shirt. Many a get-rich-quick scheme is a scam. Penny would be cent. Feature over many a doorway. Those are arches. Scam. Hera is the wife of Zeus. Inch is the distance between belt holes. Honorific for Gandhi. That would be Mahatma. His given name was Mohandas, but his honorific name was Mahatma Gandhi. A smidgen would be a tad. Ending with farm or home. What they mean there is basically a suffix, and I just know this just from coming up in crosswords, but this would be stead. Farmstead and homestead. Meal cooked in a crock pot is a stew going across. Move from the gate to the runway is when you taxi in an airplane. Stew. Mideast bigwig is an emir. Caution, wet paint. Domesticated is tame. And then exit is the sign at an interchange highway. Simplicity is ease. Vindaloo accompaniment. That would be naan. Vindaloo is Indian food. Okay. Lighter than air, it looks like this is. Capable of floating as a balloon. Lighter than air. Atlantic train system, I still don't know. This still seems like amble, so let's go with that. Oh, moolah is bread. Got to get that dough, that bread. And this is drag, I think. But I'm going to be stuck on this one. Bobby, 1960 singer. I don't know. It's definitely a vowel there. And this would be let's see, low-ranking Star Trek officer. I don't know Star Trek. I'm trying to think if it's like their position, like their rank, or if it's a character. So maybe some of you Trekkies know this one, but I don't. I'll have to come back to it. Neon or xenon, those are gases. When repeated, water cooler sound. I think it's glug, like glug glug, glug 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 glug. Soul singer Thomas. Emma? Don't know. Like a poison ivy rash, that is itchy. Mother of Zeus, and an anagram of Oh, yeah. So Zeus's wife is Hera. His mother is Rhea. Rocks in a drink, that would be ice. Cracker brand with the yellow and blue logo is Ritz. Sanctimonious. That word is holier than thou, that expression, I should say. Which I guess sanctimonious means that you portray yourself as though you're better than others, even though you're probably not. Delish. Yum. Wail would be to cry. Give my compliments to the blank. That's obviously chef. Part to play is your role. Holier. Chairperson, for example, that would be the head. Cousins of paddles, that would be oar, as in what you row with, either a paddle or an oar. So this might be beau. Ken to Barbie, yep, that's her beau, as in her man. Units on a football field, those would be the yards. Cousins of paddles, or let's see. Pioneering journalist Nellie Bly, I believe that is. And this looks like it's larger than life. And imposing and then some. Yep, larger than life. So you see the pattern on the long acrosses. We got lighter than air, holier than thou, larger than life. So we can use that in the last one if we need to. 1963 Best Actress, Patricia. I want to say Neil, like E-I-L, but let's see. How long it might take for a mountain to form. That sounds like an eon. And this looks like it's going to be an H. Helm and hem and thin. Yep, thin mitts and helm. Ah, funny story. If you could see this necklace that I'm wearing, it's actually a picture of a helm. The helm of a ship. And the purpose of this necklace, which I just bought yesterday at a Consciousness Rising, I was at a weekend-long yoga retreat with a few friends and a whole bunch of people that I didn't know before that were now friends. And there was a really cool vendor. These are called, what is it called? Giving pendant, I think, the giving pendant. And you're supposed to buy one for someone else and for yourself, essentially. You buy it for yourself with the intention of giving it away. And in the meantime, you set an intention and what this is supposed to represent. And then whenever you have met your intention, you then give it to someone else that you feel could benefit from having such an intention. And the reason I chose the helm is because it is to remind me to be more assertive in my decision making. So to not only think about and figure out what I want, but know how to go for it. And not only that, but just to be more alpha in group settings, and don't be afraid to be the one that makes a decision. So there you go, helm. Blank Susan is a dining table centerpiece. That is a lazy Susan, the little thing that circles around. A woman's name that's also a Spanish pronoun. That would be ella in Spanish. Make a comeback. Make a comeback. Rally. So let's see. No, it's not rally. I'll have to get a little bit more. Word before bite or go. All go, all bite. I'll bite. Oh, all bite, as in all. All bark and no bite. That's my instinct. Speck of land in the sea is an islet. Made a comeback. Rallied. Oh, duh, it's plural. Where bears hibernate, that would be dens. Okay, I definitely want to change that setting, but not now. Almost done. Rich vein of ore, that would be a lode with the L-O-D-E. Pompeii or Machu Picchu, those are volcanoes. A town? Pompeii was the town. Mount Vesuvius was the volcano. What is this? IOUs. Blank menu. Where to find cut, copy, and paste. That is the edit menu. Kids around is jests. And ruin, of course. Rapper Jay-Z, never betraying. Another way of saying to never betray someone is to be loyal to them. And where do I want to go from here? Let's start with the small one. Let's just go to the big one. Let's put things in perspective, or a title to this puzzle. It's all relative. Right? This is a relative statement. Lighter than air, holier than thou, larger than life. It's all relative. Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail. R.I.P. to Dr. King, who, by the way, was killed by the United States government. Several government agencies were found responsible for the conspiracy and for his murder in a 1999 trial held in Memphis, Tennessee. Cash register drawer is the till. Iago is the Shakespeare villain. Usain Bolt is that sprinter, and what you're hired to do is your job. Gawk at is to ogle something. Longtime Yankees manager Joe Torre. Gives a thumbs up is okays. Nabbed would be took. Brain divisions are lobes, your brain lobes. The scales, that's actually my zodiac sign. Libra. Big office supply brand, looks like Avery. Word sometimes confused with lie, lay. That's true. I don't know the difference between lay and lie, I guess. I think a lie is when you do something to yourself. Lay is when you put an object down, you lay it down, like you lay tile or you lay carpet. Positive responses are yeses. Okay, so we only have 2 squares to guess through. So let's see. This is probably an A. Metro Atlanta something. And I'm going to guess this is an N. That's my first guess. No. I'm just going to guess all the letters. A. Okay, this is annoying. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, V, W. Okay, this is annoying at this point. Y and Z. How could it be that? But you never know. Now, I think this is dreg, but it might be an S, actually. Dregs. Metro Atlanta. I think that's probably an A, so I'm going to put an S there and see what we get. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Okay. So if I wasn't guessing, and if I had just typed it in to enter a contest, that is what I would have put. ENS is usually short for ensign. ENSIGN, which I believe is a naval rank. It may be in other branches as well, or it may not even be naval. I'm not sure. But so Darren, Bobby Darren, Duran, I don't know how to say that, and then dregs. Whew, okay, so pretty tough for a Monday. Got me caught up a little bit in the top left, and just let that be a reminder to you that just because, you know, I usually start in the top left, and most people probably do, I would assume, but just remember that sometimes you can get stuck in the top left and work your way through the rest of the puzzle, and then come back and get that later when your mind might be thinking a little bit differently. Something comes up, it just could pop into your head. So don't give up just because you get stuck on the first section that you look at. Stay persistent and just keep trying to think it out, and you just might be able to get it. So what will be our takeaway for today? I suppose it would be this one, since I got caught up on it. Dregs. D-R-E-G-S. Now I think D-R-E-G is also a word. I think that's when you use a giant net. No, that's drudge. So dreg or dregs, the bottom of the barrel. There you go. It's an abstract, little known, little used word in actual English language, but if you see it come up, either in crosswords or in life, now you know what it means. Bottom of the barrel. The lowest of the low, the worst of the worst, or the remainder of, you know, something that's not so great. Okay, so that's it for my return video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to click like and subscribe and all of that if you want to see more of these videos. Thank you again. Until next time, make it a great day. Namaste.